All right, so here on this play, we've got to get play. There we go. All right, 11P3 by 1 of the field. We got a pressure look from UCLA. I'll let it run through. So we got split zone with a glance RPO attached. What do we have here to the field? Okay, we've got dragon, slant arrow. So if you're reading it here, the boundary, you're going to read weak safety, whoever this would be. If he's going to rock down, you're going to throw it. But they have a pressure look on. If you get a pressure look like that where your read isn't designed where he's at, we always teach quarterbacks, you're never going to be wrong handing the ball off in this situation. Now, if you've got a 2-on-1 over here, way go, you can work the 2-on-1 dragon concept, but it's 2-on-2, so that's pretty much dead. You have the safety lurking here, so he's out of the deck. He's too far away to make a play, but you've got a 2-on-3. Okay, you've got an odd look here with no safety. You're just going to hand the ball off, which is the right move in this situation. Getting explosive off of it as well, handing it off. So I'll let it run through here. So split zone, good step so far up front. Really good. So split zone, he's going to be your C-gap defender. Okay, we'll work from the call side. So it's inside zone right. Okay, so we should be working that inside out. Okay, again, inside out. Okay, we can double this here. Okay, and then we're going to climb. Okay, your tackle should be down inside. So if he's going to knife, if he's going to crash inside, you overtake, and then you've got C-gap defender, which they do. Okay, we double climb. Again, the light box here also helps out post snap. Okay, you've got what looks like a pressure look, but he's going to bail out of it. Now you get a good look defensively there. All right, so we got FIB, formation of the boundary, 3-by-1 nub. Let's let it play through here. So it looks like we've got a post with a crosser. So you're trying to take a shot. That's a shot play there. Again, this is Day's favorite area to take shots. So it looks like Julian misses a shot. Explosive play here for a score. Gets off of it way too quick. You can see Day's reaction there with his hand up. Pissed off there. All right, we'll draw it up though. So you've got a vert here. Here are the numbers. Okay, you've got your deep cross. Okay, you're trying to get the safety's attention, so he follows the cross. Okay, defensively they're at cover 2. So he's going to play the hash here, and then he should be playing the hash here. I'd assume your pull runner. Okay, we'll see how it plays out. But you're trying to split the middle safety. Okay, or you're trying to split the cover 2 safety, split it, get up on the you're working the goalposts there in this situation. So you want to split right through it, try to beat the pull runner. So looks like we're playing here into the sideline. Okay, pull runner's too slow. He should be playing here more into the hash. So he should be able to split it. Okay, up front, protection-wise, we're good. He shouldn't feel any type of pressure. So he can stay on it as long as he needs to. Okay, and you've got a vert crosser that should take the eyes of the safeties as well. Okay, that should be a shot, explosive. It's the look they want to get in the situation. Okay, splitting the cover 2. Gosh, you've got the shot. Okay, you're still really good in protection, so you've got to be able to hit that shot. Just a missed opportunity. Just look at protection. So we're going to half slide it here in the boundary. So covered here. Okay, I'm going to keep my inside hand up, but I'm still going to work to my call side. We're big on big. Okay, big on big. Oh, come on, man. Stay on it. You can see his eyes are right there. Okay, he sees 4, starting to bail with it. So I think that's why he comes off the pull runner. Okay, but you've got some time to work with. They're only rushing 4. Okay, I mean, look at the pocket he's got to work with. So he's got plenty of time. He should be able to stay on that sucker for a little bit longer. And the crosser takes the pull runner. So, man, it opens it up. Ah, come on, dude. Yeah. He's like, come on, dude. Hit the shot for me. You got the time. So now you're 2nd and 8, 3-by-1 into the field, 2 high shell. Got corner pressure, so he's gonna be pressuring at post snap. Okay, he's gonna play more of the sideline. All right, we got curl flat. So back typically here would be out into the route. We're working the curl. Okay, you've got your middle curl. Okay, you've got your curl here to the sideline, and then you've got your out concept. Okay, you're always gonna be reading flat defender. Okay, you don't have one here into the boundary. Okay, they've got a 42 look, so this is your star nickel. You've got don't have that player here because they've got 2 backers tucked into the box. So if he's able to get out into the route, okay, you probably have able to work this side as well. But he's got to stay in with protection because of the corner pressure, which is smart. Usually they're going to work away from the squeeze, so he's going to squeeze here to the field. That's why Julian kind of works here in the boundary and with the middle curl. Okay, on their read progression, Day has in their install that they're going to start with this. Okay, if he sees any type of opening with that route, he's going to throw it like he does in this situation. That's why the ball gets there. Okay, could probably throw it a little bit earlier. Timing's off. But you could also work it to the field because you'll see post snap that their star / nickel whoever. Okay, he's going to be a force player. Okay, we've got the curl coming in here. He's too far behind it. So you should be able to throw the curl. And you'll see it open up there. Looks like protection holds up again. Good, we got full, looks like. Okay, so we're going to half slide it here to the field. So covered. Okay, I'm big on big, and then I've got any type of pressure. Okay, and if I don't, then I'm out into the route. Back takes the furthest man. It's a lot better by, I think, who's that? Peoples? I don't know numbers well. Yeah, that's really good in pass pro. You can see how the feet and hands are still moving before contact. Okay, body's in really good alignment. Okay, last week they weren't ready. Their hands weren't ready. They're catching a lot of the stuff. Okay, and he's the one initiating contact with the hands. That's really good. All right, 3-by-1 again. Got 11P now. Okay, so you'll see pre-snap again. Indicators for your quarterback. Eyes. Where are their eyes? Where DB's eyes? Okay, so they're on the receiver, so it gives you a cover 1 indicator. So you got 2 hitches with outside go ball, so that's that 66 route we've been talking about. So pre-snap, hitches, okay, they're dead. Not great routes for his cover 1 unless they're a little bit deeper and you can win. So you got to be able to throw the go ball. Okay, personally, pre-snap, okay, he starts here into the boundary. So I've got all this field to work with the one-on-one shot. I think you got more room. Okay, I think you've got really a 2-on-1 to this side, so I think this would be dead. And I would work the field just because the hitches are going to control everybody else. And you've got a 2-on-1 here. I would go to the one-on-one shot. Okay, throw it around the 10-yard line, let them make a play. Again, not a bad decision though. Still one-on-one. That safety's not going to get over there and make the play, but just my preference. All right, so we've got outside zone again with the slide RPO. 42 box. Nickel over 2. So just a slide RPO. Yep. So it looks like we whiff here. Okay, receivers are always tight if you whiff. Okay, keep climbing. Climbing to the next guy up. Because if back makes a miss, then you've got someone out there to lead block for you. So the receiver doesn't do either of those. He's lucky. He can tell. You can tell by his reaction after the score. He knows he's still going to get his ass tripped in film. All right, slide RPO. We'll talk about. Well, let's see how they block it up front. And again, this is a good adjustment from last week where these guys were really crashing hard inside to make the play. Okay, now you've got a slide RPO. Okay, so your read here is going to be your end. Everyone else is going to be outside zone, so we're reaching. Reaching to get into the backer, especially if nobody crosses my face. Okay, I'm reaching here since I'm covered. Okay, I'm technically uncovered, and then he would be covered. Okay, and I'm trying to climb to the next level to cut off backside support. But on the snap, D tackle plays us inside, so that's why we shoot. That's why we engage. Okay, post snap, and so I should be the climber here from the tackle position. Front side, covered, uncovered rules good. Remember, stay in your course. If he plays it inside, pass it off to the next guy, and then I climb. Good. That's not bad. Receivers got to do a better job out there. I like the call in this situation. Okay, you're getting switch verts. Trying to get a rub concept here. They don't really get a rub. Okay, they're too far away. As we're trying to split it, okay, I got to be closer. I've got to be almost hip to hip with my receiver. Okay, that gets these two guys communicating and either passing it off or trying to run over top of it. If he runs over top of it, then you can throw it to the sideline. But he's in trail mode here, so you want to throw this in the back corner of the end zone. He throws the back shoulder. So you just got to feel it, and he throws it a little early. So you've got to be able to throw this more into this area. Okay, you don't want to throw it into this area just because he's in trail technique. Trail technique, he'll be able to play the back shoulder. Yeah, you can see where this ball is thrown. It's more of a being able to turn your body and adjust to it. All right, here's that two tight end look we saw a little bit last week. So that's more of a counter look. So we're going counter play action off of it into flood. So instead of the flag that we're usually running or mandatory outside fade, okay, this time around, okay, we're running a deep post. Okay, you got the deep cross, and you'll have some type of flat concept. So you want to start deep to short. So that's 1, 2, and then here's your 3 for your check down. So you're getting a cover 3 look. So you're throwing it off the safety. Okay, safety sees the crosser, so it looks like eyes on the crosser, so you're going to try and run with it. Gives you room to throw the post in here if you want. Just got to come down with it. He also can throw it deeper onto the hash. I know that this guy could potentially make the play if you put some air on it, but you can kind of throw that thing with a little bit of air, but you've got to be able to lead him more onto the hash. Yeah, we're just not close enough to the hash. If we still lead him more coming this way, it's a little bit easier of a catch. But that's something you still should come down with. Because you can see based on trail technique where he's at. So he's on the back hip and outside shoulder. So if you throw this more inside, okay, into this area here, okay, you've got a lot more room for this guy to work with and adjust to. All right, so you got a cover 3 look. What is that ball? All right, so you got a cover 3 look. So they're running seams with outside comebacks, or it's just 4 verts and they're reading it here, which could very well be the case. It's a long throw, big dog. You're going from hash to the sidelines. You're throwing it a little early there. I mean, I don't mind the throw. I don't mind the decision just because they're in such bail technique. They're in cover 3 bail. I mean, and he's not getting under it. He's getting caught up here on the seam. Okay, you've got room to throw that. I don't mind the throw and the decision. Let's check its footwork out. protection wise. Looks like we're half sliding into the boundary just because we think we have a pressure look. Half slide here in the boundary. Okay, a big on big, big on big. Got the back if needed, coming from the furthest rusher. I wonder why we're not engaging here and letting the furthest rusher go. Because I don't know, and he's also sticking his hand out like he has inside help when he's a big on big. You typically don't have inside help unless he thinks he's going to get a looper. But in this situation, you've got a pressure look. So you should be engaging here. Let the back get to the furthest rush. But they still pick it up. Is what it is. But let's see the footwork by Julian. I don't like... He usually doesn't... You can see at that last step there, it's more of a hop instead of 2-3. That's usually not Julian there. So I know he feels that running right at him. So I would assume it's the pressure feel of why we're hopping to it and trying to throw it. Would be my guess in that situation. All right, 3-by-1. What's the down and distance? 3rd and 10. So you got a pressure look. You got to expect it, especially on 3rd and long. So they're bringing 3, 4, 5, bringing 6. So you should have a hole somewhere. But it looks like pressure gets to it. So you have a basic flood. So basic flood out and then here. Let's take a look at the pressure look. So this similar to the last clip I just showed on with Daniels in the back and deciding who's going to be the furthest rusher. But let's go over. You can always tell which way. Oh, geez, come on now. So we're sliding here into the boundary. Center's A gap, guard B gap, tackle C gap. Okay, if I've got nobody there and I'm uncovered, use the inside hand to help. If I feel somebody there, I'm going to latch on with nobody with my outside hand. Okay, here away from it. Okay, expect your big on big. Okay, you've got to let go of the furthest rusher. So I would let this one go. I'm going to engage here with the end. Keep your inside hand free, but my eyes should probably be here. Same thing here. Keep the inside hand free. Keep it out. Okay, eyes on my gap. Eyes on my gap. Okay, he sees that there's 2 guys in C gap, so I'm sure one of those guys is coming. So Montgomery's correct. Okay, I'm engaging here. Okay, keep my inside hand free, but my eyes should stay backside to help with Daniels here with the two-man pressure. Okay, I would be engaging here. Let that guy go. I do see his thinking process after the ball snapped. Because he's a pressure look, he's a little bit ahead of this guy. So I don't mind that decision. I think the back just has to be a little bit better of getting there and getting there a little quicker. Daniel's just not athletic enough to stay with him, and then we get a 2-for-1. Both the back and the tackle are on the same guy, leading the pressure to land. So we've got to be better with communication with the back. And it's really hard, too, in protection for your back to get all the way across over to this side. Okay, and he's got to make a decision on who am I going to let go. And that's not a bad scheme there by your defense because you're trying to confuse the back and the tackle and the pressure. So you've got to be able to latch and make a decision to give this guy a clear picture on who he's going to pick up. I got the orbit motion, making it look like jet in the GY counter. Getting tired of this series. I think they've overplayed it a little bit. And they're trying to just get a different looking counter, but let's see how they block it up. I mean, if you look pre-snap, you're getting a 50 look. You got a 0, a 4-eye, a 3. You got a 5. Okay, walked up 5. So you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 guys up on the line of scrimmage. I mean, you could almost put this guy as a 3, but he's more of a 4-eye to me. He's more inside shoulder your tackle. Here, he's more of a 3. He's a little tighter. So if we want to walk through blocking it up, so you should be back from your center. Guard should be down here on the nose. Okay, your tackle should be here on the 3-tech. Okay, we're pulling the kick with the guard, so in man line of scrimmage, flat down the line of scrimmage. Okay, we've got to be able to step and hinge this thing. Okay, tight end should be up through here to the play side backer. Okay, back, you're following inside hip of the tight end when he's going to pull the lead. Okay, with the motion, okay, there's not a receiver over there, so corner can just play the run. That's why they blow this thing up. So right now I should be pulling a kick here. Okay, really, it looks like because he's so far down the line of scrimmage, it'll turn into a log. Okay, and then tight end should go outside of the log to the next player up, and then you're one-on-one here with the backer. But tight end doesn't have his eyes, it looks like, in the right spot. I mean, you're supposed to be looking inside out, but based on just the call here, okay, you've got no one here to take the take the corner. Okay, eyes, and since it turns into a log block, my eyes should focus more now on the outside. So my eyes should now filter here because of this log block. So I should go outside of it. And I think the tight ends really struggle at adjusting their path based on the pulling guard and tackles block. I think that's the big issue here. All right, so on this clip here, we have 3-by-1 wing attached. That looks like you have the slide RPO on with outside zone up front. So the same slide RPO that they've run previously. Looks like we're just blocking it here with the receiver. Okay, same here. Receivers, we're stalking it. Okay, we're reading the end. Let's go to the back end clip of it. So we're going to trade over. So your read here is going to be your end. Everybody else is just an outside zone rules. So we're stepping and reaching, and then we're climbing. Okay, if I'm covered, I'm trying to get to the outside shoulder, and if not, we're going to drive it to the sideline. Reading the end man, I should be out here from your tight end position. Back's path here. Yeah, so he's playing down the line of scrimmage. Tight end does get knocked off a little bit, but that's the correct read. Pull and throw it. Got to be better from number 1 there. Got to stay engaged longer, get your hands inside. So here, we got 3-by-1 bunch into the field. You have a sim pressure look. So sim pressure is you have a simulated pressure up front. So you've got 5 up. They end up rushing 3, 4, 5. So you've got a zone pressure look. You got a cover 3 look. The concept that they run is just basic flood from bunch. So if you want to draw it up, he's got mandatory outside release fade. Okay, he's got the deep out route, and then looks like Ines has your quick out here as your last resort in the read. So you want to start with it top down. You got 1 here, 2 here, and then you've got 3 down here. Okay, cover 3, you should have corner bailing. And let me end this drawing real quick. So cover 3, you got corner bailing. Looks like he'll be your force player here. Okay, he's got to play middle of the field. So just pre-snap, you should know that the 15 bender out route should open up if you have protection. Looks like you end up having it. Protection does hold up, so you can wait a little bit longer to hit this for more of an explosive. But Julian takes the check down. Okay, what's it down in distance there? 3rd and 8. Yeah, I feel like you want to go to the bender. Don't know why we're not looking at it. All right, protection, so you get a 5-up look. Yeah, we go big on big. Have to check up to it. So with all that movement, you just got to take your normal set here and big on big. Got to really communicate. Don't follow. We should all be in alignment. So end from the tackle position. I know I should be locked on the end, but if he's going to sniff inside, something's coming. So I'm gonna shove that thing with my inside hand. Get back out because something should be coming off of it. Okay, you got the back to add in as your 5th over here. So you want to let the furthest path go. So back should be out here. Okay, I should be here. Okay, whoever shows from the center position. Okay, should be out on the 3 and should be out on the 5. Good, so he leaves. My eyes come inside because I know something should be coming. I love that. Honestly, not bad. We pick it up well. Just don't know why we're not looking at the bender there based on down and distance and not really feeling any pressure. And we're kind of throwing that off our back foot if you want to watch Julian's footwork here. Okay, now settle up a little bit, noose up. His feet are all out of whack. That's not like him. Don't know why he's feeling any of that. He still has some time. His feet really aren't set. I mean, the receiver hasn't even broke out of his route yet, so you've got some time to work with. So step up here into the pocket, let that thing develop, and then throw a rifle right here. It's uncharacteristic of Julian there. All right, so we're motioning here in a cover 1 look. What's it down in distance? 4th and 4. So we motion ID coverage, we get cover 1. I don't know what that decision is. Don't really know if I like the concept either. I feel like we should be trying to stack release this. Okay, force these guys to communicate, and this would open up an S because we're running the corner out. So if we're able to stack it and he's running behind it, okay, we're forcing these guys to communicate, and then once it gets to about 5, then I roll it off. And you have a little bit of space to work with. So it looks like we have a slot fade, okay, with your man answer coming inside as well. So you have that outlet if he beats him in man. But for whatever reason, we like throwing the corner when you've got 3 up on number 2 there. So I feel like if you stack this, it looks like he's trying to shove the route a little bit. So you've got your 2-on-2. And if you stack it, they're so close they've got to be able to communicate. So stack it until you can't, until you break it off. And then a nest should be breaking it off after that. So I just don't think we're where we should be in the route. Because they're easily able to play it. See how when they're not stacked, he can play this out. He can play this up front. Okay, here to the backside. You've got your slot fade and then this coming inside. He's not really winning that route. Doesn't look like he's running that hard. So you really only answer is to throw the slot fade. And I know a 4th and 4, it's probably not what they want to throw. So don't really know if I like the call. The decision's not very good. I can already tell his footwork's terrible. He's drifting away from it. That means he's not confident in protection, not confident in the concept of what's called. He's got a backer in his face with the back. And he doesn't have a lot of space to work with. I mean, if anything, throw this here to the sideline, but it looks like he ran his route short, so he should be rounding it off more into the sideline. So I just think execution's not there. Quarterback, I mean, look at his feet. Now he's inside of his shoulders. You never want to be there as a quarterback. And we're not finishing our throw. Usually with him, he'll finish it with the rifle, but he's just throwing it too far up top. You got to finish the throw. So again, just not great execution. I mean, the ball should go to Ness right now. Get him the ball close to the sideline, throw it to the upfield shoulder. He can catch the ball and then get upfield and make a play. But I still think he should stack this, force this guy to be more inside, and then break it off at the last second. I mean, everyone should be pissed. That's a terrible ball. What the hell is that? Is that an RPO? So it looks like you have an RPO with access RPO route. So it should be quarterback receiver communicating which route you want to run there. But you got to be able to win. He doesn't win on the RPO cover one. And as a coach, he doesn't win. And you see that. From then on, nope, we can't run that if we can't beat that corner. So that gives you an answer there of, all right, we're not getting back to that concept. Trash that. That's more like it. I think with guys you don't know if they can win the one-on-one balls yet, I think you throw more RPO concepts like they do here. So you've got a slant, okay, flat, so you're dragging concept. Okay, backside you've got the replace route. Okay, with a one-on-one corner, no safety high. Okay, that's a good throw. You've got nobody here on the deck to defend it. And if you get a box count pre-snap, you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 guys in the box here. All right, so that's a pretty good tell as a quarterback. That ball's got to come out if I want to be able to equate numbers. Great decision there. That's good execution. Slide RPO. They cover one it. Safety's got the tight end. It's kind of a dead, at that point, it's a dead concept. What's the down and distance? All right, so good call for the D there. They just rock and roll to it. So ball, really, you want, as a coordinator, you see if they're rocking and rolling to it on an RPO, you want to hand it because they've lost a number. He's coming down with it. He's rocking back. So if the ball gets anywhere towards the sideline, they've lost a number in the run game. So that ball should probably be handed off, but the read is going to be the end. So if we look at the back end, I think you still got to hand that. If he's going to slow play it like that, again, if his shoulders are square, obviously he's coming across, but if his shoulders are square, back should be getting the ball. This guy's going to bump to the middle of the field. We've got some numbers to work with. We got something. Up front, we're driving this thing to the sideline. We should be doubling this and then climbing. And the linebacker's really taking himself out of the play because he's running into the double team. Okay, we're rocking and rolling here. Okay, good. We're trying to climb and overtake. We're helping with the right inside hand. We should be able to overtake. We should be a little bit closer. I think we're still too far away. And again, we're reading this man. I mean, we got something up front. As he's driving it, there's a lane. He's going in the middle of the field. So again, execution mistake there. Again, look at the pressure look. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 guys up in the line of scrimmage. Okay, looks like we've got 11 personnel, 3 by 1 nub. Bring receiver in. Is that basic inside zone? Good thing about showing pressure looks for a zone, doesn't matter what you throw at him. If you take your zone step to the call side, makes it easier on an offensive line, especially if you don't stunt. If you're just going to play the gap straight up, it's not hard on the offensive line. So my guess is UCLA is hoping for a pass concept here and to mess with the pass pro, but they get just basic zone. So good on the offense coordinator there. Split zone with your receiver, gain extra hat. Good execution up front. All right, so you got 4, 5, 6, 7 in the box again. Now we adjusted with 12 personnel to equate numbers. What is that? Basic zone. Man, 82 looks light. What's down in distance again? 3rd and 3. Everyone's stepping inside, so it literally looks like wedge. So if it's wedge as the back, my aiming point is just to ride the center's ass until I can't. But he jump cuts. You jump cut, you're going to jump cut to a linebacker. So keep riding that thing on the center's ass. Maybe you sneak through it. All right, so it's 3-by-1. Wing tight end. Outside zone. So there's, as you can tell, they're starting to like outside zone from a split back look a lot more. They're running it more consistently, I should say. No RPO here. See how we block it up front. You got a 50 look up front. Got a 20 backer. Honestly, not bad. So I should be reaching here. If I can't, drive his ass to the sideline. Okay, reach, get to the outside shoulder. Reach, get to the outside shoulder. Okay, take my bucket step, 3 steps, climb, get to the outside shoulder. Okay, same thing, cut off any backside penetration. Okay, and I'm out as the back. Good, drive that thing to the sideline. Stay here. If he overtakes, and then I can climb here. So back should be up through here. So Montgomery is not able to cut that backside off, which a guard versus a backer like that, that's hard. But I think we're shuffling too much from 51. Like right now, you took your 3rd step, go. So now I should be up, climbing, trying to cut off him from making a play. You cut him off. Okay, you're off to the races there. So it's not able to cut it off from 51. Like, I don't understand why these guys put their hands up. You know it's your fault. You can't get to it. I mean, it is what it is. Just own it. All right. PAP, symbol play action pass, miscommunication. And again, you guys got to think, they probably aren't throwing a lot of timing balls with some of these guys that are replaced in Jeremiah and Carnell. So if some of these things are going to happen, miscommunications, it's going to happen. Just based on corner alignment, they haven't worked that together. And that's why you're going to see some of these throws. Julian's throwing it like it's a back shoulder. They're in a man look, so I would assume that the receiver should be taking the top off and he can adjust to the ball because he's on top of it, and the inside shoulder, the only place to throw that is the back shoulder. But he shuts it down to run a comeback. So to me, that's a vert read, thinking he can't beat it over the top. Julian throws a back shoulder, just a miscommunication. All right, we got 2-by-2, 11 personnel. Another pressure from UCLA. Man, that's a heavy pressure team in the second half. Actually pick it up well. Let's look at the concept. Look at Julian's feet. I haven't really seen this that much out of him. He's shuffling them quite a bit. Usually he's got quiet feet. He's a calm guy in the pocket. He's starting to feel it a little bit. He wants things to open up that aren't open yet. He's being impatient. That's usually not what quarterback he is. So that tells me he's a little less comfortable with pressure. And I probably would be after last week as well, in the last couple weeks, I should say, with some of the pressure issues they've been having. But they're just running a basic, what looks like, you got fade with an out. You got backside drag. Took a protection because it actually looked like they handled it fairly well. All right, so we're 4-man slide. So we're 4-man sliding here into the boundary. Tackle's going to be locked up with the man line of scrimmage and ball protection. Doing a good job. Once he hits your gap, you engage. That's really good by center. Once he hits your gap, engage. No one's hit your gap yet, Daniel, so stay in alignment. Good. You got the looper here, so you engage. Damn it. Good, Daniels. That's a really good rep by Daniels there. Keeps it inside hand free to help his buddy inside. Stays on the correct path. Has really good depth. Really good use of the hands. That's perfect. So it looks like split zone with an S as your split guy. Whoops. I'm looking at the RPO here to the field. So it looks like you got a hitch control, and then you've got a fade. If you got the space to work with, throw it, but they're going to cover one look, so it's dead. Look at it from the back end view. So as a receiver, so it's hard to teach him this, but you want first man who shows past the tight end is who you want to kick. Looks like he goes to the wrong guy here. Okay, leaving this guy kind of scot-free. Oh, no, he does it the right way. I'm wrong. All right, so the end's down inside, so he engages. So he should kick the first man that shows. So he does a good job. It's just the linebacker coming over top of it, so he didn't climb off the double team. So we want to double here and then climb. We don't do it. Same thing. We just want to double and climb to the backer. We don't come off. So if he's going to pop into this window, I should come off, and then Montgomery should overtake. We got to communicate that. That doesn't happen, or actually we get to it too late. So that's just the double team. Wow, Day looked pissed on that one. I got to rewatch that. Come off the double now. You already knocked him back. Montgomery's going to take it over. Come off now. I got to see who Day. He's ripping somebody's ass. Ripping that guy's ass right there. Anybody know who that is? That's your offensive line coach. Pin and pull from the pistol spot. Surprised that ball got back to where it was. Let's look at the back end view. So we should be down the pin, down inside, pull to kick. I would guess they're pulling. I would block this back and pull the guard. Let's see how they do it. Nope, pull the center. So we're gonna scoop this, and then we're pulling the lead here from the center, which is fine. You can block it both ways. Let's see the pull to kick by Montgomery. Okay, down inside is good from the tackle. Down inside from the tight end's good. Inside shoulder. Tackle up inside. Tight end gets beat. Can't get beat across your face. Especially on the outside concept. So, good cutback. You get beat outside from the tight end. Got to cut it back. Got to find space. More outside zone. So they like outside zone. They like pin and pull. Another cutback. So UCLA's defense is over pursuing. Yeah. Up front looks like we're good. Come off the damn double teams for Christ's sake. Just knock it back with the inside and climb. Waiting too long. Knock him back with the inside hand. Let him go now. Go. Go. We're good here. I don't watch any of the red zone stuff. All right, last clip here. It's a shitty one. Next one. We'll end it there.